Good morning, everybody. This is Subby with Torque On Weather Team, bringing you your Midwest update for those of you that live here in the Midwest. And man, what a week we had last week. Here in West Central Missouri, we had several reports of hail up to ping pong ball size. We had a few damage reports, mainly just power lines down. We had a couple power poles down due to strong straight line winds, but it was a very active end for last week. But right now, as you're seeing right now, this is a live camera shot out here in West Central Missouri where we have beautiful blue skies. Right now at the weather station, I have 54 degrees, pretty chilly, as most of us here in West Central Missouri was under a frost advisory. There was some freeze warning just to the north of us in parts of Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. And then we also got placed under yet another frost advisory for tonight into Monday morning, as well as many here in the Midwest. But things are going to change, and that's what we're going to talk about this morning. So let's just jump in here real quick. So the Storm Prediction Center has already put out a 15% slight risk area that is going to encompass Panhandle of Oklahoma, northern Texas, central Kansas, and this is going to be for Wednesday night into Wednesday afternoon, really, into early Thursday morning. And then we also have a day 6 that is much broader, that is right here in the Midwest, encompassing parts of Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri with that 15% risk. Now, going forward, a couple days ahead, the Storm Prediction Center does not have anything out there currently because the predictability is too low, in which that is true. Once you get beyond day 3 or 4, all the data seems to be kind of garbled up sometimes. But what I utilize is some model data, some newer, I guess, technology to go out a little bit further, and that's where I'm you're starting to throw red flags out here over the next 7 to 10 days here in the Midwest. The first one that I used is called CIPS, and what this analog data does, and it does have the model data for the 21st, which is today, and what they do, they look at all the parameters. Here we are on day 5, what we just looked at from the National Weather Service, and they're showing a 15% kind of an orange color right here with a 10% surrounding it for day 5. Now we go into day 6. And much bigger, of course, just like we saw on Storm Prediction Center's page. You have a much larger area of 15% with a 10% surrounding it. And then we also jump over to day 7. And we have yet even a more broader range area here in the Midwest that could be under the gun to see some severe thunderstorms. So what we're actually looking at is a multi-day threat for severe weather here in the Midwest. So we're right in the middle of severe storm season, guys, in which we typically peak out right around the last week of May. Now, that's not saying we won't get any severe weather in June, and we often do extend into June with some severe weather, but our biggest severe weather season here in the Midwest runs from around April 1st to about the last week of May, but it's really shaping up to be a very, very active severe storm season here in the Midwest here over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. So just wanted to get that out there, let everybody know to stay weather aware, stay right here at TorqueOn. We continue to keep you updated on any new information. Now, another piece of information that I use is what's called the GEFS SCP accumulation. Now they take a lot of numerical data and they are able to plot it onto maps. So we can kind of see a parameter of who is likely going to be expected to see some of this severe weather over the long range forecast. So, a great modeling tool, great piece of information to use. And according to that, from the North Illinois University, is the fact that right here in the Midwest, we are looking like we are going to be in the bullseye for, again, multi day severe weather threats. So, this in conjunction with the Storm Prediction Center, we are able to look out and jump over to model data to see exactly what is going on above our heads. So you're looking at a 500 millibar height map, which shows us about 18,000 feet where all of the winds are. They're the steering winds. We can see where the ridges and the troughs are located, where they're heading. And it's pretty plain to see we've got a couple of very strong systems that will be approaching the Midwest here later on next week, toward the last part of the week, that is. So let's just kind of put this into motion here a little bit so you guys can see. Here we are on Tuesday and Wednesday, where we're going to get the southern clip of a low pressure system up here in Canada that could bring us some showers, maybe some thunder showers here in parts of Kansas and Missouri. It's going to be scattered in nature, not expecting them to be severe by no means. But then our focus will be out on the west coast, where we will see a low pressure system develop down here near Baja California. That will be our first weather maker here in the Midwest. So let's put that into motion. And as we head into Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday, as you can see, we have a low pressure system that is developing right here in north central Kansas that is going to provide a focus for thunderstorm development here in central Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, and Arkansas and Missouri. Now, as we continue on, then we have yet another negatively tilted low pressure system. Negative tilted means it's going from northwest to southeast. And what this does when you see this is it allows a little bit better lift for the process of thunderstorm formation as it rolls across. So, and of course, we see that bowling ball like structure, and it will begin to move off to the east and will be our weather maker, and again for the weekend. So as you can see, it start tapping into some of that subtropical jet winds, providing a focus for showers and thunderstorms. Some of them could be very strong here in the parts of Texas, western Oklahoma, central Kansas, and then eventually on over into parts of eastern Kansas, Missouri, as we go through the weekend. So we have several days, guys, that we are going to be watching here at TorqueOn beginning on Wednesday for the threat to see some severe weather right here in the Midwest. So that's our sole purpose here at TorqueOn, is to give you guys advance notification, advance warnings of any possible severe weather that could be coming into your area across the United States. So I encourage you all to follow all of our social media platforms. We have an exciting TikTok page. We have our YouTube channel. We have our Facebook group, which is a source of all kinds of information, including up to the second warnings that are posted on our Facebook group. So I encourage you guys to follow all of them. If you want to become a member and be part of our team, there's a link right there on this page where you can email our administrator, and she can give you all the information on how you can become one of our family. And that's what we call ourselves here at Torque On Weather Team. And again, our sole purpose is to inform and protect you of any severe weather in your area. Have a fantastic Sunday, guys. It's great talking with you, and we'll be talking with you soon.